Why I honor the American flag. Around second grade on Veterans Day, I noticed just so many people put their lives on the line to protect and free this country. Those people fought for this country, and some didn't get to come back. They knew the risks, yet they didn't stop. Some of us dishonor our flag and what it symbolizes, even though we did nothing to earn it. First of all, some brief history on the flag. According to USFlag.org's website, Betsy Ross is believed to have made the first flag on June 14, 1777 during the Revolutionary War. The flag she created was flown above almost every base, every fort, and everywhere else that the British would see it. They were proud of it. They wanted Britain to know that they were their own. Whenever we pledge allegiance in the morning at school, I try to understand it and say it with respect. While no one in my family is in the military, the struggle for this country to have freedom is still known. I honor the flag to salute the brave men and women who chose to fight in a tremendous courage. We should believe that the flag isn't just a piece of cloth, but our way of saying that this is our country and our freedom. Many people tether the word hope with the flag. Many believe it's because they hope for their soldiers to return, but it's deeper than that. So deep that we may never fully understand it. What I do understand is that hope is tied to the flag, not for us, but for people who are outside and hope for a way in. People who see the flag as an opportunity. We've grown too used to the flag. The flag is now seen as an ordinary, everyday object. The flag was intended to be a source of symbolism and recognition of what we are and what we hope to be. But if we keep that hidden in ourselves, what good will it do? The American flag cannot be seen as cloth, but as freedom, liberty, and hope. We can't let the people who fought for the flag be forgotten, and their courage be for nothing. I honor the American flag not for anyone else, but to remind myself every day that my freedom comes at no price. We need to show that we are all proud and understand what our flag means to our country and us. Thank you.
Why I honor the American flag. Many people these days can't seem to grasp the concept in respecting the greatest symbol in human history, the American flag. It's strange how insensible we can be sometimes. There are many things that the American flag represents. To some, it's just a colorful decoration on the wall, but to others, it's a symbol of freedom. My experiences with the American flag are when I was younger, my father got a pole with a light on it. He put it down by the lake. Later, we got an American flag to go with it. The light was so that at night you could always see it. But if we didn't have a light, we would then have to take the flag down at dawn and put it back up at dusk. Eventually it ripped, and when it rips, you must burn it in a fire while saying the Pledge of Allegiance. There are many other important procedures that you must follow. On certain holidays, you must raise your flag. Some examples of those holidays are Veterans Day, 4th of July, and many more. You must never drop the American flag, or you will have to get it burned at a certain place while qualified people do a ritual. Betsy Ross made the first flag on June 14, 1777. She put 13 stars and 13 stripes on there. The stars stood for the 13 colonies, and the stripes stood for the 13 stripes were a symbol of faith and for the patriots. There are a lot of people who don't know the reason why we honor the American flag. If I were to ask younger people today if they would risk their lives for our freedom, they might say yes for the question, but if you handed them a bayonet and say go, they might reconsider their question and their answer. So many brave souls gave their life for every American that we have here, and some of those people are here today. And only 10 nations out of 206 are in peace at this moment. Respecting our flag isn't just mumbling a phrase every day. It's a symbol of our faith in what we believe in. All in all, we should agree that the formula which America has is the one thing that makes America great. I can assure you that the only reason we don't wake up in the morning to be enslaved or controlled is because of the strength and glory which our flag represents. Thank you.
Why I honor the American flag. The first American flag was assembled delicately with immense significance behind every stitch of hem. The original American flag had 13 stars arranged in a circle to represent the 13 colonies that were the foundation of America. The 13 stripes on the American flag also symbolize the 13 colonies that guided America to what it is today.
The American flag has a meaning behind each fold. However, all 13 folds do not serve it for the 13 colonies. The most heartfelt meanings of all the folds are the first fold, meaning a symbol of life, the third fold, made in honor of the veteran departing from the earth, who gave a portion of life for the defense of our country to settle arguments with the fragment of the world. The fourth fold that designates American citizens trusting in God. We turn to Him in times of peace, as well as in times of war or conflict for His sublime guidance. The last fold that is very deep is the seventh fold that speaks for our armed forces and the families of those who lost their lives during battle. When the flag is completely folded, the stars are facing upright, reminding us of our national motto, "In God We Trust." At this time, I would like my grandpa to please stand up. My grandfather, also known as Bampa, served in the Army against Vietnam for 47 months and 16 days. Bampa once said, "I loved serving that flag, honoring those who've gone before us, giving us the freedom we have today." He was in the Army from 1965 to 1970. He was discharged from the war because he was shot in the thigh twice, broke an ankle from jumping out of a helicopter, and burned both hands. His hands blistered until all of the skin fell off and was unable to meet physical standards. My grandfather was willing to give up his life to protect this country. He's an extremely brave man and was awarded 3 Purple Hearts. I love my grandfather with all my heart, and I respect him for what he is willing to do to secure the freedom of American citizens. Thank you, Bampa. Honorable death is an important tradition in the North American culture. The firefighters on September 11th, 2001 that were headed to the upper floors of the World Trade Center as the building came crashing down are said to have died an honorable death. The firefighters did not hesitate to dive into danger to possibly save other people. It is common to police, soldiers, bodyguards, and other security occupations to not think twice about risking their lives in battle, whatever kind of battle that may be. All in all, the American flag is a very delicate and important piece of American history. I honor the American flag for all of the millions of soldiers who were or are willing to give up their lives for the defense of the United States of America. Every time I look at the American flag, I see my grandfather in battle, ready to defend his country every second he moves. Prepared to give up his life, suffering with all of the scars on his body that did not stop him from defending his country until he was completely worn and couldn't meet the physical standards to be in battle any longer. That is why I honor the American flag.
Wow. Thank you. Please be seated.